for the choke.
Yeah, he doesn't seem confident that he has it. Crowder staying calm in there, but he needs to step to the outside and try to hoist Mays up and maybe slam him, but I don't know if he's going to be strong enough to pull that off.
Just as you said, has the single leg and goes down to the mat.
Yeah, and he kind of slipped out. He got a little bit lucky there, but he ends up on top, so he's got to get to work.
Halfway through this first round, our first bite of the night, bout of the night, season 1 finale of Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. As Crowder looks to take control and fires a right elbow.
Yeah, Mays being as big as he is, I wonder what his guard's like. He just ate a nice elbow from Crowder. If I was Crowder too, I wouldn't even worry about passing the guard so much here with a big guy like that. He's so heavy, it's going to be so difficult for him to get up. I would just kind of lay my weight on him and try to ground and pound. I think this is a mistake trying to pull him into you. Just stay on top, stay heavy, and make him have to work.
Mays trying to scramble there, but Crowder continues to stay on top.
Now that's going to be exhausting, you know what I mean? You just did that big scramble and you still end up with your back on the mat. Kind of all that work didn't lead to anything. That's a big win there for Crowder.
A couple of left from Crowder to loosen up Mays.
Yeah, they got to, Mays has got to get busy. He's close to the fence here, so if I was him, I would try to shimmy out, which is what he's doing. He's got to get his back up against the fence and try to shimmy up the cage. He doesn't want to be underneath Crowder eating elbows and punches.
Less than 90 seconds in the first round as Crowder continues to maintain control on top.
Yeah, nice elbows. He's staying just busy enough to score points. He hasn't thrown anything devastating yet. It doesn't seem like Mays has been significantly hurt by any of this yet. But he's losing at this point, in my opinion. He's got to get back to his feet, use that jab, keep that distance, and throw some of those kicks that he talked about that he gets in trouble for being flashy with his coaches. Got to watch the fingers and the eyes there. Good wrist control there by Crowder. He's got to watch this guillotine, though. Stepping over, he's going to pass the guard. Beautiful job. Takes the back.
Mays turns over and tries to rise to his feet. You can see the strength of Mays as he throws Crowder off his back. 30 seconds left. Crowder catching the kick and tries to return the right. Misses, but now connects with a right.
Crowder starts
He's got
to tee
Mays on the run.
I don't know if he should go back to this single leg. He was doing well on the mat, but he just throwed a beautiful combination. Seems to be that Mays is gassing out a little bit. I would take advantage of the striking here at the end of the round. You've only got 10 seconds left. Score some big points.
Went for the single leg instead. It's Mays locking up the choke. And now they stand for the final seconds. And that's the end of the first round. Let's listen into corners now with our corner cam brought to you by Grunt Style. This will defend.
Hey, if he gets us down, we got to circle with that underhook. We got to come out the side. He's not riding heavy at all, Dontel. He's got his weight back. He's down on his knees. We got to dig that underhook and swipe right out. Just swim outside every time.
Get you 1-2 and relax and zip your shots. Don't throw so hard. Stay in your stance and
big breath. Big breath.
Throw everything at his chest.
All right, let's take a look at some of these replays from round 1 here. Here's some big ground and pound from Mays here on top, but then Crowder comes back, gets this high crotch and slams him down, gets himself out of the guillotine, and ends up winning most of that round on top with some ground and pound. But some good advice from the corners there after round 1, in my opinion.
We'll see what Dontel Mays can do. Who got that first round? They each had their moments.
They did have their moments, but I'm going to go 1 round to Crowder, just from top pressure and control.
Maintain some control on the ground as we're set to go here in round 2 against Crowder in green as he is the aggressor early here.
Yeah, he seems to be the fresher right now. It seems Mays is on fumes right now, man. He's a big guy, and he was on the bottom for a long time. That's tough for a heavyweight to kind of keep that energy up underneath a big guy like that as well.
See how much Crowder has left in the tank. You lift up somebody the size of Mays.
Yeah, but see, sometimes being the smaller heavyweight, he might not have the weight advantage, but he's definitely, in my opinion, going to have the cardio advantage because he is a smaller heavyweight. Not that 240 is small. Oh, nice punches there from Mays, though. He needs to let more of that go right now. Nice and straight. Oh, good combo found from Crowder.
Range was Mays, and Crowder counters there. Oh, Mays with the spinning back.
Man, he
connects with the right.
He does get flashy in there. I'll give him that. A little spinning back fist. He's getting a little wild. He needs to stick to his basics and stick to his guns. 1-2. Look for that uppercut as Crowder lowers his level. Maybe get a takedown himself and try to get those points back that he lost in round 1 from being on the bottom. He's just missing with all those punches. He's just out of range. Crowder doing a great job of being in and out, not being in there to get punched back by Mays. Both guys exchange.
Crowder looks to move in as Mays back to the fence, and again it's Crowder going after him. It takes the back.
Nice slam. That was a lot of wasted energy there from Crowder. I wouldn't do that again. Just drag him down. Oh, Kimura! Wow, man, he literally can't even stand on his own feet.
Crowder once again on top.
Wow, and Crowder doing a smart job, kind of just smothering him with his forearm there. Now, in Mays' corner, in between the rounds there, they said he's sitting back. He's not heavy, but now he's in full mount. So Crowder doing the exact opposite of what his corner was saying he was going to do, is sit back when he's on top. Now he's got all his weight on top of Mays.
And Crowder giving up more than 20 pounds when they hit the scales yesterday, but on top once again here in round 2.
Yeah, he's just showing that he's the better of the grapplers in here, and he's not doing enough, in my opinion, to maybe get a contract tonight, but he's certainly winning this fight. He needs to get busy. He's got a dominant position right now. He needs to really let some of these elbows go. He seems to be having good cardio. He seems to be fresh. Take advantage of it.
Look to his corner for instruction before firing a few more right elbows, but now Mays looks to turn the tables.
Crowder looking for a triangle here, but it's just in a bad position for it. His knee and ankle are trapped underneath of Mays' thigh there. It's not going to get anything here. He needs
to have some long legs to lock up Mays.
Yeah, that's a big boy to be trying to triangle. I would just use it to threaten it, get my back on the cage, but that's just me. I feel like I'm, repeating myself all the time, because that's just my mental attitude towards getting off the floor. I don't ever want to be on the ground too long.
Let's listen into the corner of Dontail Mays.
Get that arm up. Move his hips. Set those hips. Elbows. Set those hips. Let's go, Dontail. Get that back, Dontail. Take his back. Take his back. No, finish him. We got to flatten him out. Watch your weight. We got to watch him. Get up with that underhook. Get up with that underhook.
Again, the tables turned as Crowder slips out from underneath Mays.
I think he's really showing some inexperience in his grappling there, man. He's showing that he can't even secure a proper position before he's going for any submissions. That's like rule number 1, especially in fighting, is get that position first. You can strike. You don't need to worry about the submission right away.
As we come up on 1 minute to go in the second round, it's Mays back on top of Crowder, and he looks to soften him up with some elbows.
Yeah, I think both guys are, exciting prospects, but right now I feel like they both need to kind of go back to the drawing board a little bit after this fight, no matter the result, no matter what happens here, and start working a little more on the wrestling in their top games here.
Jason Herzog with some instruction to Mays to keep him busy as he's just leaning on Crowder on the mat.